New for 2026, Skidoo released a crazy 32-inch front end, along with a twin link lightweight steering. Now, the real question is, will it fit on your older Gen 5 Skidoo? Let's find out.
Hell yeah.
Well guys, I gotta admit, I'm excited for this one. I mean, anytime that you get brand new parts to put on your sled, that's always fun. But this one's gonna be a little bit different. I mean, I'm probably just as excited as I am nervous to try this because I really don't know if it's actually gonna work. So yeah, I just wanna dig into this thing, pull the parts out, start installing it, and fingers crossed that this thing works because yeah, I think it'll be pretty sick if it does. As we know, for 2026, Skidoo once again pushed the boundaries and released their new 32-inch front end. I don't think there was many in the industry that saw it coming, and I for sure didn't. I think the cool part is they didn't cut any corners, they didn't take any shortcuts on the way they obtained this narrow ski stance. No, they completely redesigned the front end, had to make all the components work together, and in doing so, we got new, taller spindles, new lightweight shocks, obviously narrower A-arms, a stiffer sway bar, as well as a cool new lightweight twin link system that offers way less bump steer, as well as quite a bit added counter steer, I believe. So I think that's really neat. Now, instead of rushing out, spending a whole bunch of money, snow checking a new expert to get that 32 front end, I thought, why don't I see and do some research if I can take my 24 Freeride with a 36-inch front end and see if I can somehow retrofit and figure out a way to fit that new 26 expert 32-inch front end on this thing. This is the part I tell you that this video would not be possible without the help and support of Riders Rocky. I went in, brought this idea to them, and they were stoked to work with me and see if we could turn this idea into a reality. So definitely check them out for any of your Skidoo BRP needs, as well as any other power sport necessities. After that, it wasn't long, we put together a list of parts that I thought I needed to essentially turn my 24 Freeride into a 26 expert. So here's the parts that we got. As we did our research, we were faced with two big questions. Was there any way to take these C40 shocks and modify them to clearance these super narrow 32-inch A-arms? As well, did the 24 overstructure have all the acquired mounting tabs to install the new twin link suspension? The answer I got as far as the front shocks was yes, there is a company or two out there that can, or at least thought they could, modify my C40s to fit the new front end. But the cost and the headache to do it wasn't really worth it. So we ended up getting the actual 32-inch front end shocks, the new lightweight ones. Yeah, it just was way less of a headache. The price was about the same. And this way we know they work, they're built for it. As well as obviously here's the steering post, the new taller spindle, as well as like the shoe goes all the way across. There is no more like stance adjustment. That's supposed to help with the slop. The new tie rods with the new some kind of linkage system, obviously the A-arms, as well as a bunch of hardware and the new stiffer sway bar. So yeah, that was first things first. And then as we did the research on the front structure of the sled, the part numbers were all the same from 23 to 26. So the part number's the same. It should have all of the tabs and stuff to mount that new steering in the front end. So enough talking. I'm excited to get into it. And yeah, we're gonna tear into this thing. We got to remove the exhaust to get at the stuff. Obviously the steering post, A-arm shocks, sway bar, tie rods. It's gonna be quite the job. So we're gonna tear into this thing and fingers crossed that it works.
I swear I'm picking this up before. Okay. Okay, so I got the exhaust out of the way, and then I don't know if I just pull the steering now or we do the A-arms and shocks first. Well, actually, what I should do, this is Let's see, so I think if I'm right here, I don't know if it goes this way, but I can't really tell. But it looks like these are the tabs that you need to put the twin link in, so that's good. I guess I never really picked up on, you know, it's always interesting when things are built, like the first model, like of a 5-year run, how there's little things added that aren't used that a guy can always pick up on, like, oh, there's a reason they've done it this way, because, you know, maybe 2 or 3 years from now, an updated part, it's actually going to utilize that. Like, that just shows you how many years ahead they're thinking or already have developed of the current year sled that you have. So yeah, that's pretty neat. But that was a big question I had, is we really needed them tabs. I'm not sure, this must maybe just be for the steering, but we might have to actually pull up a parts thing on the internet to kind of see how everything goes. Whoa, saved by the rate valve. Okay. Now, what? There. Okay, we got the one side off here. And if I was thinking a little sooner, like ahead of time, I'm gonna leave that side on and put the 32 A-arms on this side. So then I can kind of compare. I can maybe throw the shock back in quick, just the bolts, we'll see. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool just to put the 32 on versus a 36 and see, like, side by side, like what a difference it'll actually be. Well, we just got the one side kind of on. Don't even have the shock bolted up, but it is where it's supposed to be. So, how's it looking here? Like, that's quite the stinking difference. Like, that's gonna completely change how this sled handles and everything, which obviously it's what we're going for, but just seeing it side by side. Then obviously, if I was to put the shock in this like the other side, which I should do to actually do a more comparison, it'd even be a bit wider, but I don't really feel like putting it in. But yeah, like, that's quite a cool little view there. And yeah, now we're gonna do the other side, and then got sway bars to do, steering all you have to do or whatever. But yeah, so far it's definitely gonna be quite the difference. So we just wrapped up this side, got the A-arms on, the shock, the spindle, all that fun stuff. This one didn't quite go as smooth as the other side, but hey, it's on and installed now. And then we're gonna come over and yeah, here's the new sway bar. It is way thicker and like beefier than the one that I pulled out of it. But first we're gonna grab these little linkages and we'll install these first. If I was thinking, I would have installed these while I had the A-arms off the sled, but I think someone maybe got a little excited and got ahead of himself, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then, like with the other sway bar that I had, you could disconnect it, but this one, there's no disconnecting. It's just solid on both sides, so there's obviously a reason for that. Let's see here. Okay, so I think tighten this up. And my sway bar, if I did it right, should be officially installed. And now the steering. So I'm gonna grab my old post here, and yeah, quite the difference. But you have to pull this off and install it onto the new post. There. So you kind of lay it in here and see what the heck this would actually look like. Something like that. Then, where is that cross member? Now I gotta see exactly what orientation. Maybe it goes like this. Yeah, yes. That seems more like how it should go. I think this kind of... Hey, I think that's how it goes, just like that. So I'm gonna have to go back into my bolt tray and get 2 bolts for that now, because I didn't think to order them 2 bolts. There, that's better. Okay, well, got that all in. Now I'm hoping that this, trying to figure out how they go here. Do the same with this. Come on. There's only one way it goes. I was pissing with it on the bench. Of course, now I can't figure that out. There we go. I'm just gonna take the bolt, wherever the heck it is, put it in. Come on. There. So now I think I have to, this one I think should be okay. Oh. So this just goes like this. Well guys, I kind of went dark on you. My GoPro died while I was installing the steering and I didn't even notice. I was just in the zone, so focused. But yeah, we got it in here. Just move it to the side. So I got all that linkage and everything all mounted together. Cross member fit in great. Just the old one's still in there. So yeah, it seems just fine. Like there is next to no play, which is awesome. The only thing is the steering seems like really stiff. So I loosened up on these ball joint bolts a little bit. That helped, but it still seems pretty stiff. So I'm hoping that it's just everything's new, the ball joints are new, and everything's got to get worked in, because I'm really hoping my steering doesn't stay that stiff, or yeah, I'm gonna have a problem. But or I'm just, who knows, right? Like just you're paranoid. Sometimes when you put stuff together that's new and you're not quite sure every little thing, like, oh, you're second guessing yourself. But I mean, for the most part, so far, everything, as long as you get the right parts, it bolts up. So we're gonna now just snug a few bolts up, throw the skis on, and get it off the jack and kind of see what it looks like. There. And yeah, like I said, these are non-adjustable now. I mean, I don't think you'd want to be going narrower than 32. Okay, super stiff, I like that. There. Kind of like the teal with the black, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully you guys can see that. Come on, just to get them started with the paint. Well, it's all installed. Moment of truth. We're gonna take it off the stand. See what this thing looks like. Like that is narrow. Like look just how tiny and short them little A-arms are. Like, woo.
And oh, I was kind of thinking, I wonder if because the shocks, everything's at full extension, so sometimes things bind a little bit. So I'm kind of wondering, oh yeah, that's how it should feel. Okay, so I think what was happening is, just with everything being new, plus it was at full extension with a little bit of binding, that's why my steering was so stiff, because like, yeah, like this feels like how it should feel, so. Definitely it is, so I think hopefully once it works in, when it's at full extension, it'll loosen up, but heck yeah, guys, like, that is a 2026 expert front end and steering everything on a 24 Freeride. So I'm gonna clean my mess up and then, yeah, kind of walk you guys through my final thoughts. Heck yeah, guys, I'm stoked. The front end's installed, it's all bolted up, everything's tightened, and yeah, I mean, for the most part, it went super smooth. You know, a little bit of just trying to figure out how everything went exactly. But I mean, as far as any kind of like, there's no major modifications to do. Like I said, if you get all the right parts, it pretty much just bolts on there. And like my biggest worry, as I kind of was saying throughout the video, is just how the steering was gonna be and how the old cross member, if it would get in the way of the new cross member, and just how everything would come together. But honestly, it clearanced it fine. Like the new one just sits right above the old one. You don't have to remove it. And yeah, so that's it. It's just more time consuming than anything, like for as far as like difficulty goes, just because it's just, you know, quite a few parts that you're taking on and off, and the time you clean stuff and figure out how everything exactly goes. It takes a minute, but it wasn't really that difficult to do. So yeah, I'm just super stoked on it, and I'm happy how well it went. And yeah, so now my 24 Freeride is essentially a 26 expert, especially once I get this new buddy tracking module installed. I just ended up doing my buddies, got that all done, installed it, and got it flashed. So I actually have a video just before this one that's out. So if you've got that module and you're wondering how the heck to install it, make sure you check that one out. But yeah, guys, I mean, like I said, I know I want to walk you through it, but there's really not much to walk through. As long as you get all the right parts, it pretty much bolts right up. And I guess the biggest thing you're going to ask yourself is like, it's a fairly expensive modification to do to your sled. So if your sled's still, you know, in good shape, fairly low kilometers, you know, it's probably worth, and if you really want that new front end, it's probably worth doing this over going to snow check a new sled. And then, you know, lately the used market is just kind of taking a hit. So you're not getting as much as you used to get for your used stuff. So, but if your sled is something that, you know, it's fairly older and it doesn't really make sense to put that much money into it, because we all know most aftermarket parts you put on your sleds and stuff like that, you never get your money back out of it when you sell it. So maybe you're better to just go snow check a new sled. But yeah, I'm stoked. I can't wait. We're hopefully heading to Revelstoke Sycamoose here, and I can't wait to go test this thing out. I got my buddy, he has the same sled with the 36 still. I'm gonna have the 32, and then we're gonna have a bunch of people around us with the 34-inch front end. So it'd be fun. I want to do a few videos just to kind of see like all of us rotating around on them and getting a feel for what we all think about it, because you know what I might really like, they might not. So, and just, you know, I have a feeling it's obviously gonna be really good in the trees, but how's it gonna be more in the jumpy jibby stuff? Will it be too tippy? And you know, lots of answers. So just super pumped on getting this done. Like I said, big thanks to Riders again for helping me out with this. And yeah, guys, if you have any questions or whatever, drop them in the comments. Love to hear from you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and yeah, hopefully we'll be out in the mountains soon. Maybe see you out there. Never be afraid to say hi. And yeah, guys, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.